Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Vibing with Sleezy, the podcast. This is season 2, episode 1. We are officially back, and when I say we, I am back. And this is your boy Eric Clark, aka Sleezy, and I have a very special episode coming from live from J-Town High School. We are doing this episode in special dedication of Aaron Brown, who we sadly lost this past summer. I want to shout out J-Town High School for giving us the school and this opportunity. Today we have a wide range of guests, of family and friends that are going to share stories, and we're basically going to do a full spread of memories of Aaron. And we just want to keep Aaron's memory alive. He was a special person, a special soul, and this is just a very special episode, and we have to make sure that, you know, everyone knows all these beautiful stories. We are actually broadcasting with Twitch. We're broadcasting on YouTube, and then we're going to be putting this on all the Vibing with Sleazy platforms. So I just want to thank everybody for making it today, and also, again, thank you to the high school. So I thought I'd get started by introducing my boy to the left here, Mr. Frankie Blice. So, Frankie, so what's some of your favorite stories of Aaron? What's some things that, when you first think of Aaron, that come to your mind, memories?
That's way too many to even begin. I mean, we were best friends since we were, 15. When I met Aaron, I did not like Aaron.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We were two opposites, but that's why we became so close, probably. But I was, if you know Aaron, he's an energetic guy. He would piss me off in the mornings on the bus because I try to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Not with Aaron. not with Aaron.
No,
Aaron just, it's 7 a.m. and he's screaming loud, just being a ball of energy. And so that was the first time I met him, was on the bus. And he was actually friends with my little brother before.
Oh, okay.
For a few months.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Actually, that was the first time I smoked weed with my little brother was because of Aaron.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a nice little connection. And
nice.
yeah, we were rookies. We filled a black and mild up. It wasn't smart. But we got so many stories together. We'll get into all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we'll
for
just,
sure.
But that was my buddy. We've been to festivals, went through high school together, just everything. Always been there for each other, and that's my guy.
Some of my favorite memories back in high school was, like you and Frankie, or you and Aaron would just basically always be together. I mean, every time I look down the hall, there's you and Aaron together. After school, I'll be seeing you all, and so it was really cool to see y'all's brotherhood, and I was very blessed to be close friends with both of y'all. So I just saw y'all's friendship, and he really looked up to you a lot too. That's what was really cool to see, that you'd always see how Aaron just really respected you, and so it was always cool to see y'all's friendship.
Yeah.
So Josh, like with Aaron, what first comes to your mind? Like what's some describe Aaron to us from your perspective.
So mine was different because the first interaction I had with Aaron, I was like, this dude might be my soulmate. I'm not even gay. Because I kid you not. Like, what was it, 8th grade in Carruthers? And we started talking in class. I don't remember whose class it was, but we started talking in class, and he goes, I'll never forget, he goes, yeah, we moved here from Texas. He goes, my old middle school was Pflugerville Middle School. He goes, PMS, get it? And dude, from that moment on, I was like, dude, I'm so, we can be friends forever.
Yeah.
And that will forever be my favorite story, like hands down. But like Frankie said, we got tons of them. Yeah, ball of energy is like literally, I can't even, that's a slight way to put it.
It's definitely an understatement.
Man. From hanging out with him in middle school to high school, he worked for me, we hung out, as adults, so, you see the transition, but the one thing was was still just a bunch of energy, no matter what point in life it was, so. But yeah, we'll get more into it. It was definitely an experience, to say the least. It's not, you have friends, but then there's experience.
100%. Yeah, Aaron is an experience.
Absolutely.
So Lindsey, same kind of question. Pretty much, how do you describe Aaron from your perspective?
Aaron. Oh, I don't even know, man. So, Aaron wasn't even my kind of friend at all. You know, he was the big baggy shirt, big baggy pants, and he came after me.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's how we kind of started our friendship. I kept turning him down over and over and over again, and Frankie just kept making fun of him. He's like, why? Like, stop. And I kept him in the friend zone the whole time, and then, you know, he was okay with it. And so, like, we all just hung out, all three of us, and then, you know, my favorite bonding times, I guess, were just us hanging out in the basement watching CIS, popping pimples. But we literally just did everything together, from drinking to smoking. I think my first? No, not my first. Maybe the second people I've ever smoked with was you and Aaron, Frankie and Aaron.
Bud Ices.
Oh, the Bud Ice. Yeah. We
thought we were so fucking cool.
Man, we thought we were so cool drinking Bud Ice. We thought we were just like, we had the coolest
We had the
stuff.
bottles.
Like, yeah, we always had the bottles. Yeah, so we'd have that group on Friday night. We had the 5-5 group, so it was fun. The group would expand, but we'll definitely be probably sharing.
Not
some
everyone
stories
was
from
strong
that
enough
group.
to
In all
last.
fairness, that was before craft beer days.
Oh yeah, that was yeah. But shout out to Bud Ice for the good times. Like,
Yeah.
It's a long ass time ago. The more
A lot of our-
it's like,
and like we basically had opportunities to really grab anything. We're like, let's get that Bud Ice. We're like, hey, can you hook us up with some Bud Ice?
Yeah.
Like, it was wild. So, but that, basically, those were some great times for sure. So, Alex, I want to get to you. Alex, you probably have the most special bond with Aaron, of course. But what first comes to your mind? Like, how would you?
I
describe
kind of want to say something real quick.
Yeah.
All right, so for those that don't know Alex, Alex is like a sister to me. Always has been since she's been with Aaron, and she knows how much I appreciate her. But she essentially, you know, saved Aaron's life, and is the reason that he became. He was always an amazing person, but when he reached his potential, being such a good person because of Alex, and you know, I love her to death. She's very special to me, and I just want everyone to know that before you even get going.
Thank you, Frankie. Aaron was just my person, to a lot of people that doesn't make sense, because they would be like, how do you do it, Alex?
Oh my God.
Right.
I don't know, but he just
That girl is a saint.
He just made sense to me on every level, but it's crazy because I had a crush on Aaron before he was interested in me. I was in rehab actually, and I would go out of my way to go to meetings that I knew he would be at, just so I could see him.
It's so cute.
And then finally, like, we became best friends, and he was being a slut, and he was having sex with all these chicks, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna mess with you, like, you're gross. So then he stopped all that, and
He was in a dark part of his life.
Yeah, no, to say the least.
No, that sounds 50-50 to me.
I mean, it just got, Aaron had just gotten off of drugs, and, was trying to figure everything out, and, but yeah, he was having, doing all this with all these chicks, and I was like, nah. So then he stopped, and finally he was like, all right, like, I'm not doing this anymore, and I was like, okay, like, we, could be together. And then from that day on, it was just me and Aaron. The experiences we have together, like, just, it almost doesn't make sense. Because, like, I'm like, how did that even happen? Like, there's just so much. And I feel like we had all those experiences because I wasn't going to have them forever. So.
Well, it's crazy to say, because, like, as somebody that's a married man, I love my wife to death, obviously. But it's funny because I've always felt watching you and Aaron, it was a different chemistry than I've ever seen from anybody else. Like,
well, they were my favorite.
Everybody have couples. Yeah, there's couples that are meant to be together. Like, that's one thing.
Like,
I truly believe there's somebody for everybody. But, like, I think that it was the first time it was like, you know, when you're watching a movie and you see that those two people are meant to be together and they just got drawn in, like that's what it was watching it. It was so funny because you can live vicariously through them, and it was awesome.
Oh, it was
cool.
They
It was a
were
good experience.
absolutely, like, people say, you know, goals all the time, but like that's absolutely it. You know, like the trust y'all had,
Y'all
the
were
things
just-
y'all were,
Y'all were
support each
beautiful.
other
It
more
was
than anything.
soulmates.
Yeah.
You know, understatement.
Literally. See.
So Grace, I want to ask you the same thing. Like, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Aaron?
Well, I always used to say that Aaron said all the words, so I didn't have to, because I'm a very introverted type of person, but Aaron was the
Same.
complete opposite.
Same, yeah.
So it was weird growing up. We have an 11-year difference, so he was almost a teenager by the time I was around, but I stayed in Louisville, so I know Frankie. I kind of remember Lindsey maybe a little bit, but my memories are a little
She
shaky.
was a wee little one.
Yeah, I was a little baby, but I
She
always
was so
wanted to be
cute in
just like
diapers.
Aaron. I remember he had some like DC skater shoes and stuff, and I wanted those so bad, but my mom wouldn't let me have them, so she bought me Jonas Brother ones. But I thought it was the coolest thing ever to like have those shoes and be like him. And I had a little mini skateboard because he was skateboarding, but he's always been like my biggest motivation. Like he pushes me, and like in a letter he wrote to me, he was like, "I hope I make you proud." And I was like, "You made me the proudest person ever." Like I watched you grow, I watched you go through everything, and like it was just nice having a sibling, even if we had such a big age difference. But I love him more than anything.
He talked about you all the time.
All the time.
Like from the moment that we reconnected, because we lost touch after high school. So like from the moment that we reconnected, he's like, "Oh my God, Grace is so big now. You're gonna love her." I'm like, yay.
And the reconnection was huge. I mean, I remember when Frankie was cutting at the mall, you and Aaron were actually just coming back to Louisville, and we all ate in the food court. We actually, I think, got Chinese or like the buffet, and we all sat and talked. And like, I just remember how excited Aaron was to like not only see me, but just to be back and like just his energy, and then just that reconnection with him was just so special for me as well. Because I've like that senior year. I mean, Lindsey, Frankie, Aaron. Big Cat. I mean, all of us
Big
were
Cat.
very close. We're close people to me and like a big impact in my life. And so basically, it was like at that time, senior year was awesome. So Aaron was part of senior year being special. That drama class, best class I ever took in all of high school. I mean, we all acted, performed, had fun, just created memories. We talk about how we all got fucked up the weekend before. But I mean, senior year was just a blast. So reconnecting with Aaron though. Before I like kind of like you said, I felt like it was meant to be for all of us, but also for me, like my perspective was like it just was really special. Like there was a couple times just playing video games with him or just hang out with him solo, and he would talk to me. And the thing I loved about Aaron the most was that he would have so many ideas. I mean, the guy had so many ideas, and he might not even pull the trigger on some, but he would have so many in his bank, and he just would create stuff, and they were awesome ideas, and I just loved how creative he was, and he didn't have to be fucked up. He could be completely so focused and just like idea. So it's just like he just had a lot of talent in my mind, and I feel like everything he wanted to do was he just wanted to help, and he wanted to put content out and be remembered, and so that's what I loved about Aaron.
He wanted to do a podcast.
Yeah, he wanted.
You inspired him.
He would work himself into a stress to help other people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of part. Like when I told him I wanted to be a streamer, like the links that he went to.
He was so giving.
Oh my God, he wanted to make a Facebook page.
He was really big on.
He's like, Alex does logos. Like,
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'll get on every Thursday. Do dedicated every Thursday. He was there, bro.
He supported me with music more than anybody ever.
It's
you know what I
crazy.
mean?
It was crazy.
And he was invested like 100%. It wasn't fake. You know what I mean?
It wasn't just him being there to watch and listen to the stuff we did. It was him actually wanting to push and make something more.
It's just like
of what we were doing.
I love all my plants, and like he was like, "Well, why don't you make your own little plant store and like helping me come up with little names?" I was like, "But I want to keep all my plants. I don't want to sell them."
Yeah, he was just creative, just so many ideas, so many opinions on things, and too, it was like, you know, you could tell him one thing, and it's like he might have a little change up to it and stuff, and it's just like it was just good ideas, and that's what I loved about him. And just towards that end, like him being able to be on season 1 of my podcast, which that podcast was almost 4 years in the making. It was just me pulling the trigger, and I just was like had to pretty much kick my own ass to get it started. And once I did, I've been very blessed and very, you know, just excited to do it. And he was a big motivator for me because he would listen, he would give me like thoughts and ideas on it. He couldn't wait to be on season 2, and so that's why I was like, this has to be episode 1. I mean, I was taking a break anyways, but I was like, this has to be it because it's just dedication to Aaron. And me and Frankie were talking, and it was like, dude, what if we did at J-Town High School? Like, of all places where we met, that would be the best place. But we also probably, like you said earlier, we were like, that's just an idea.
I never thought it would happen.
And then it's a reality of doing it here at J-Town, and it's just because I can actually just picture him walking through the hall right now, his maroon polo and like his
big
hair,
old baggy,
and just,
jaggy
like,
pants,
like,
and
what's
shorts.
up? Hey, and like doing something like this with his arms, like
Oh,
what's
yeah,
up?
for
Like,
sure.
Definitely.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah. So
That's actually funny because he got suspended in this cafeteria.
Oh my gosh.
Because we used to cut and go smoke all the time.
no, not you.
All the time. Because it was so easy. Like, they got fences and gates now. You know what I mean? You can't leave, but like we.
Then
used
you
to-
didn't.
we
You
used
just
to
walked
walk
out.
Like, we would just like, for a couple periods just go.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Go smoke
We'd
on
walk
the
through the
route.
back over there, get in our car and dip.
Yeah. But
Come
I'm,
back,
like,
everyone
such an
was good.
introverted- I'm pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Aaron's the opposite of me. So we come back and it's lunch.
Yeah.
So I go sit at my table right over there. Aaron, he's just wild, running around. He's loud, drawing too much attention to himself.
As always.
And smelling like weed.
As always.
It's like, so Mr. Gambert, shout out to Mr. Gambert.
Shout out
Mr.
Mr.
Gambert.
He's like, he comes and he's like, let's go. He takes him out. Obviously, Aaron didn't tell him I was with him, you know what I mean? But I was just like, well, fuck, dude, why you doing all that? We just came back. You know, ain't nobody notices. We've just been gone, and now, so.
Bloodshot eyes.
Man, he gets suspended. He throws. I mean, to me, he was like, how did I get in trouble and you didn't? I'm like, dude, you know.
You
So,
know
like,
exactly.
A week
why.
later, or whatever, when we come back, me and Aaron are walking the hall together, and Gambert sees us, and he goes, you know, Frankie, I bet I'd have 2 glazed donuts in my office if I would have called you that day. And I was like, well, damn. And then Aaron was like, you're not gonna do nothing?
It was always Aaron. It was always Aaron. Talking about suspension, I don't feel like this podcast would be complete without this favorite story.
Oh my god, this is great.
And I have to change my answer to one of my favorite memories of drama class when I punched Aaron in the face and he got suspended and I did not.
Yes,
He would love everyone to know this.
yes, he would.
That's classy.
But he was asking for it.
He was. He kept calling me a bitch.
Yeah, he called you a
Yeah.
bitch.
He could
Which
call
is
me a
why-
bitch.
Yeah.
He's like, call me a bitch one more
Mr.
time, and he
Dean
did.
is
So there he goes.
That's very good.
He asked for it.
Listen, Nina also, I think, and kind of enjoyed sometimes. She's like, all right.
I think
I'm
she
gonna suspend
honestly
Aaron.
just finds reasons to kick him out also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you blinked, get out.
Yeah. I've actually been talking to Miss Deneen since everything happened, and
Shout out to Miss Deneen.
shout out to Miss Deneen. I absolutely love that woman. She's
7
really-
period was dope.
Yeah, drama
Yeah.
class, and I had her for English and drama, so I had her twice in the day. But she reached out and she gave all her love and prayers and everything, and she loved Aaron. You know, like as much as they butted heads, that's a lot of people's relationships.
He's-
You're gonna hear that.
Like-
You're gonna hear that a lot. today.
As a matter of fact, like I used to always say, like I'm pretty easy at like cutting people off. You
Yeah.
know, like if you're not good for me, like I'm just like,
Yeah, you're like,
I'll-
yeah.
See,
Can't do that with him.
No, Aaron, I just never. It was never. I would have never.
Even if he
No matter what he
tries
was
to
going through.
leave,
Thinks
even
you're
if he
losing the entertainment.
Right.
Yeah,
losing a big
but
part of
it's just
entertainment.
I don't know what I can't really even put my finger on what our friendship was. Like it was just
Special.
we were opposites, but we had enough in like common interests and things that we liked together, but our like dynamic of like being opposites kind of just made it to where that's why we were inseparable, except for when he remember when he dated Brooke.
oh my
He
god.
wouldn't
I remember the
he wouldn't-
name.
He wouldn't let her. She wouldn't let him hang out with me.
Brooke Curtis?
Because she thought I was the
Oh,
bad
I-
influence. Everybody thought, Aaron's parents thought I was the bad
Well,
influence.
it was the beard. It was the
They
beard.
thought I was 50.
I thought you were a grown
And they were
man.
like, you're not hanging out with that 20-year-old. And Aaron
Yeah, I
was like,
forgot
he's my
about
age.
that.
We're the same age.
He just
We're
got a
in
beard.
classes. But they always thought that I was like the one drag. In reality, I was always Aaron. Stop.
Yeah.
Like let's, what I'm saying?
Reel it in.
Moderation. Yeah, like.
But
that
then
was
again,
fun.
like her dad was the security officer too.
Mr.
So
Curtis.
Mr.
yeah.
Curtis.
Yeah.
Shout out Mr. Curtis.
Yeah, ISAP.
So-
Yeah, the ISAP guy. Yeah, he. And the
Nobody
thing about
shorter
it,
than me can be a security guard.
He's just
That's how I feel personally. Like you're not gonna be a security guard to me if you're shorter than me.
Yeah,
I
He's
think
my
that
height
gotta
and I'm
be something
5
up to
foot.
you for you to
he was
bounce
a
me off
tiny
the
guy.
chair.
And the thing about it too is I remember when Aaron dated Brooke that was right around the time we shot a movie. if Lindsay and Frankie remember John Henry.
John Henry.
And that was
canceled today.
Yeah, we'd be canceled for John Henry the movie. John Henry the movie was lit. Drama class. We got an assignment to make a movie. And
my God.
We basically, she's remembering it now. Lindsay's remembering it now.
We cast John Henry
as Big Cat.
the big white
Ginger.
Oh my God, this is
That's
horrible.
close. I feel like that's the closest you're gonna get.
It was hilarious.
It
Like,
was.
we
And thank God
had-
that doesn't exist.
Yeah,
anymore.
thank God that doesn't exist anywhere. But it was fun.
I
We
really
shot
wish
it
I
in-
could see it.
Oh, we shot it in Saratoga Woods, and then out of nowhere, I just
And at the train tracks over here.
well, in the train tracks, and then remember we found this cabin in the middle of the wooded area, and it had a coffin in it, and it blew
Yeah.
our mind, and we were all
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck?" And we all just took off running, and Aaron's like, "Is that a coffin?" I was like, "Yeah, it was a coffin," and we're like, just going. So that movie was
Didn't
classic.
you
Oh
say
my
that him and
God.
Curtis went back to go get
I
that
think
coffin
everyone
and
pissed
it
their
was gone?
pants.
That might have been him and Kurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to
Or they
Curtis.
got it or something.
Shout out
Somebody,
to
somebody
Curtis.
put weed in it or some shit like that. I don't remember this. They
Dude.
went back for that coffin though.
All I know is that movie was fire,
Oh,
though.
Mr. Curtis or
Yeah.
Curtis Mucci?
Curtis
It has
Mucci.
to be on a cassette tape
Yeah.
somewhere.
It
like,
has to be on. There's a lot of stuff missing, like
shout
from
out.
that senior year, like
Yeah.
a Polaroid camera. There's a lot. There's a
Yeah.
disposable camera. There's a lot of stuff missing. So
I'm pretty sure there's like still film cases in my boxes at my mom's house that she still will not throw away. She still has like all my stuffed animals and shit. So she's like, Lindsay, come get your stuff. So I said, no, just throw it away. So she took it to her new house with her instead. So I could still have some film in there. I'll go
Lindsay's gonna have to get it on
peek
the
around.
Oh,
See what we might be able to dig up.
Oh, God.
Grace, tell them.
I remember trying to get, like-
Aaron sent.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So, Aaron always smelled like weed, and at the time growing up, I didn't know what that meant.
Grace was 4. just
Yeah.
for reference.
So then when I got older and I smelled weed for the first time, I was like, oh my God. I was like, this isn't Aaron's smell. I was like, this is just what that smells like. And I was mind blown,
isn't
and
his
like my
natural
whole
scent.
life
thought it
had
was
changed. I did. I thought that was just his natural scent. So that's just, yeah.
Oh man, that's
He
hilarious.
stayed lit.
Well, that's what the basement always smelled
That
like.
AC unit outside that old house got some usage.
Oh my God.
We
Just
used
sit-
to use that AC unit so much, man.
And then Aaron ran over it, or was that the
No,
that
he
was the
ran
fire
over a fire
hydrant.
That was a
Fire
fire
hydrant.
hydrant.
And a mailbox.
And a mailbox.
Mine fell
Okay,
swoop.
yeah.
That was a bad
Remember
night.
the burn runs in the Fisherman's Park, the little park that was way off.
Fisherman's?
off
In
the
our
road?
in our Malibu
Oh,
coconut
God.
rum that we thought was so cool.
Yes, no, we thought it was so dope. We thought it was so dope. But yeah, there
Fisherman's Park was
there
It's
was
like, let's
some
do
good
donuts and chug this rum, guys. Frankie, roll a blunt.
I knew these were gonna bring back some embarrassment.
In your little Kia. What was it? A Kia little.
Kia Optima.
Yeah.
It's ironic because slightly we haven't changed much.
No.
No.
It sounds like a
I'm still driving a Toyota.
It's so appropriate for us to be in this.
I've
kind of
upgraded to
series.
an SUV
I
though.
have a Honda now. It does have a bumper. I did have a bumper.
Did not.
Very thankful for the bumper.
You weren't the best of drivers,
I was
though.
not the best driver.
Aaron
Aw.
was the
I
worst
remember
He was
driver.
horrible. To
Well,
this day, he still didn't
he
get
didn't
his
have
license.
a license. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
even if he did, he wouldn't drive.
I think he
no,
just gave up. He was like, you know what, this shit ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Alex handled that shit.
Not. I'll find a new hobby.
Well, that's why I told Grace on the way here. I was like, I couldn't even imagine Aaron with the car.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember when he cried when we were driving to Louisville once and it was raining and he was freaking out, like
Freaking
holding on to the
He'd
handle?
be
Yeah.
freaking out.
He was
What?
holding the old shit handle the entire
Yeah.
way and freaking out, and I was like, babe, like,
Oh, guys, you should have seen him riding with me. How do you
oh
think?
God, oh
Jesus
my God,
He's the worst front
no,
seat driver.
it's like he had a freaking pedal, a brake over
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
It was like, if you can do better, get a license.
Yeah.
Well, Josh is the worst.
Yeah,
driver.
my driving's a little.
Oh.
Extreme.
I'm a safe
Extreme.
driver, but I'll get you from point A to point B.
I'm not
No,
gonna lie. You felt
no.
like
Point A
Jeff
to point
Gordon
B,
the
like,
night
yeah.
I rode with you for
Yeah.
the first
I
time.
used to like whenever I would ride in the car with him, I would have to turn my insurance app off because
Yeah.
like it would like track your driving, and it would be like in the red zone because Josh is like driving
Caution.
like a madman.
Your premium is about to go up $5 a month.
Move
Slow
over,
your
Henry
ass
Ruggs.
down.
You got a young Henry Ruggs over here.
Not only did he not have a car, he barely had a phone.
But this one,
Yeah,
that
they
one.
shared a phone for as long as.
Even when he had his, it was hers.
Yeah, exactly. It was just you know.
Babe, mine's dead.
real shit right there.
Let me see your phone.
That's funny because I'll never forget whenever he hit me up. Like, Frankie was talking to me. I remember Frankie asked me if I could get him a job at Red Robin. Said yes.
Oh,
The
before
first
they
time,
moved here?
and the first time that he hit me up, that was the exact line he used. Hey, this is my girlfriend's phone.
And it was never for lack
you know
of
what?
not.
I wasn't shocked.
Yeah, it was never for lack of not having. It was just like, you know what? Why we need two of these motherfuckers?
Well, no, he
Like,
kept breaking.
Exactly.
No, he would
Oh,
break
yeah,
them
right.
constantly. So I was like, okay, you're
Imagine that.
going without a phone. Like we bought you 2 phones in a year. Like you're going without a phone.
Right,
Sorry.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Like literally, he got a brand new iPhone once and stood up in his lap because he would just get excited and not think about it and be like, oh, and the phone would fall out of his lap and break, shatter the screen.
So let me ask you this: so, what did you see fatherhood do to him? Like, how did fatherhood change Aaron?
I mean, Aaron was so excited for Orion. I don't even know even if any of y'all know this, but like before I was pregnant with Orion, I was pregnant right before that, and I had a miscarriage. And then immediately after the miscarriage, I got pregnant with Orion.
Wow.
And Aaron was so excited. Like, he could not wait to be a dad. He was, I mean, like, and that's the one thing, like, I feel bad for Orion that she doesn't get to know him. That's why, like, I wanted to do this so bad for her, because I think it would be really cool for her to, like, look back on.
Yeah.
But Aaron was just so good with Orion, and, like, he's a big kid. And so he, like, was so excited to do anything with her.
Yeah.
Like, take her to the zoo, like, anything, like, we could do. Like, he was so excited. So he definitely just grew into what I always pictured as my kid's dad.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It sucks. I don't know if it's better or worse that she was this young. Cause like, you know what I mean? Like she'll never, you know, like
It's a
she won't-
double-edged sword.
yeah.
She'll never know what she missed, but
Yeah.
she'll never know the greatness of the
Right,
same.
exactly. And she's gonna always have to hear it from
Yeah.
other people.
Right.
But it's cute. She'll pick up my phone and like my background is a picture of me and Aaron, and she'll say "Dada" and kiss the phone.
Oh.
She did that when Aunt Terry gave us those framed pictures.
Yeah.
She just kept picking them up and would kiss
kissing,
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, I definitely make sure she knows him.
Yeah. Aaron was a big ball of love.
Yeah.
So as soon as he, you know, I mean, obviously he loves you to death, but he had something to like focus all of it into, you know what I mean, and care for this, you know, precious little girl. So he, I mean, the video of him dancing with her at the concert,
Yeah.
and
The
all that stuff,
cutest.
you know, he would have like, you know, but she'll never not know about her dad. You know, that's why I'm so thankful for the videos we have at festivals and.
Thank God he took so many videos of our life. Like
In the
literally,
yeah.
he videoed so much of our
Yeah,
life.
that doesn't even crack the
Yeah.
surface of all the things
Yeah.
she have. So she'll always be surrounded by people that knew him, and we'll never let her not know, you know. And I'm sure she'll understand, you know, in some way, because she's probably gonna be just like him. you
Yeah.
know?
Oh yeah.
So
She's so chill.
She's the
So-
best.
So chill.
Orion, you're the best.
Oh,
yeah, love you, Orion.
Take time sending condolences.
Shout out to Orion.
Yeah,
Shout out Orion. Yeah.
Send condolences to Mike and Rhonda too.
Yeah, for
Podcast.
sure.
Yeah, I love you guys.
It's, as being a father, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing when I think about me leaving this earth and leaving my kid behind. You know, obviously it's scary, but I know she'll be all right with the support. But you can't even fathom the other way around. Like I couldn't imagine, and I went through it. You know, my wife, you know, was sick and we almost lost, but luckily, by a miracle and grace of God, my daughter made it. Now she's regular, just a normal kid. But I couldn't imagine something happened to her. You know, and that's just heart dropping. So you know, big condolences for them.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think all y'all know this, but I have a daughter on the way. She'll be here in March, and I'm
Shout out to baby Aaron.
I'm naming her Aaron. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, and I'm gonna do everything I can to raise her and O'Brien together, and you know, always just watch them grow. It's gonna be great. And,
They're gonna be best friends, guys. You're gonna be best friends whether you like it or
That's
not.
right. Shout out to my girl Jenny. Shout out to my stepson Will, my guy.
Yeah, that's big stuff. I mean, that just also proves just how older we're getting and everything like that, and it's special. And
there's little hints of us getting mature.
yeah, we're all
trying.
We're all getting a little.
Trying.
We're doing our best. I mean, we're all doing our best. I mean, we all put these pants on the same way. We're doing our best. That's all I try.
Some days I don't even put pants on.
Yeah.
I just give up before the morning.
True
starts.
words
Yeah.
never been spoken.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Let's keep it real. We're doing our best. Yeah, but I will also say shout out to the Doo-Wop shop too for this equipment.
Yeah, they were great.
I mean, the way they had this set up and for us to make this reality, it's fantastic. So some other things about Aaron that was fun was like talking about your stream, Josh, is that he was really into gaming. He really liked video games, and I loved how Aaron would keep control of the conversation and come up with topics. Like I remember when I was wearing he had me over and I was promoting the podcast on the stream and he had me playing video games and things, so I had the headset on.
Yeah.
Aaron would just hit me every 3 minutes with a yellow notepad and it would just say, talk about your favorite cheeseburger. And I'd be like, yeah, so I love WWE Cousins cheeseburger. Josh was like, yeah, cheeseburger. And then I'd be like, and I don't know where Aaron's just like, you ready for the next topic? I'm like, Aaron, I just said this topic. And then he just hits me with another one.
I'm telling you, I told him, I said, dude, if it blows up, you will be my manager. I wouldn't even consider anybody else. I don't care what your credentials were
so much energy.
beforehand. You
Yeah.
would be, but he was. You talk about dedication to gaming. Like, dude, I started playing Apex with this kid, and I remember he used to apologize all the time. I'm like, Aaron, you don't have to apologize. You just started the game. I get it, you know.
I mean, he was never that good at games.
Well, at one point, I stopped playing Apex for like 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And then I randomly picked it back up one day, and I get back on, and Aaron's like, bro, we got to play. I'm killing it now. We're going to get in there and slay. And sure as shit, dude, he had put his practice on and put his big boy pants on, dude. And we're just sitting there gaming, dude, and just the pure joy he had. And I remember we used to make fun of him because he had this thing when he was gaming. I remember hearing Alex used to talk about in the background where he'd do. He would always do that with game. That's how you know that he's into the game. He did, and I'm like, bro, you are feeling it right now. That's what I'm talking about.
God, it was so funny.
Well, Grace, tell him about his like Christmas mornings and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Because like it ties into all his like anxiety and everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
So Aaron would get super excited about anything, and this is like concert tickets, anything he was doing. So on Christmas mornings, he would honestly wake up, even as I was getting a little bit older, before me. Like, he would already be ready to go at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and then he would start gagging, like getting almost sick because he was so excited to open presents. He loved the holidays, even though one time he busted his head pulling down one of the stockings on one Christmas, but I guess that wasn't traumatic enough. But no, he would get so excited and want to open everything, and it was just, he was like that with everything. We got 21 Pilot tickets once, and I remember him getting so excited when Dad was ordering them, and I can literally hear him gagging.
Before the concert, gagging.
He was starting to gag, when we were getting close
Every
and stuff.
Every festival, every single time.
He would stand like this with his hands on his hips, like.
And
and it,
Yep.
Like, what's wrong, man? Oh, so much anxiety.
Yeah, like whenever like we would have.
I don't know,
We
man.
would start talking about a festival a year before. Like, I mean, when we got back from the festival, we
Yeah,
would start
planning.
talking about the next festival, and we would just talk about it nonstop until it got there, and it was nonstop every single year. It was just
and the
another
day of that we're driving.
hectic.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And trying to get him to leave.
Remember
Fest? He couldn't even wait till we got into Fest. He was so excited.
Well, no, on the road.
Yeah,
Remember
when we were in
we got so
line.
messed up on the road.
He couldn't even make it through the gates. Like, he was passed out during like the search in the backseat of the truck because he went too hard in the waiting line because he was so excited.
Yeah,
Like,
he had no
We were
chill.
going from like camper to camper.
We
like,
warned him not to take too much.
Yeah.
Like, we have a whole 8 hours to wait, and he did not listen. Like, he partied in the camper in front of us. You both did.
Yeah.
They got fucked up.
Hated.
Fucked up.
Made it.
I slept. I was like, nah, I'm waiting.
Everything
I
was
got a
built
long
up.
travel to walk. He was puking, trying to carry his stuff
Oh my god, like puking
to the
and walking.
campsite because you don't park where you camp. You have to
Yeah.
park and then walk a mile with all your crap in hand in like 100-degree weather. And he wasn't having it. Like we were so fed up. We left him at the truck.
Yeah.
And dragged all of our stuff. We were like, we'll come back for you. Like, take a nap. We'll be back. Chill out.
Yeah.
It sounds
Yeah,
about
sound like
right.
summer camp. Sound like summer camp. Every festival we left, he threw a fit at the end. Like the
Didn't
day-
wanna leave.
Didn't like,
No, he was
like,
having
we're
so
all.
much
I mean, we're all mad. You know, we're not. Nobody's happy.
Like it's optional.
You
Though.
have no.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Well,
gonna be
Aaron's
another
like,
just gonna
day.
leave this
Yeah.
shit
No,
out there.
Aaron was like, what are they gonna do? Kick us all out?
Yeah, like let's all stay. And like, but he would.
There's not enough
Start
cots
packing
for all of
packing
us.
shit up and leave.
Yeah, but we would all be upset, you know, and there's no serotonin left. Like,
No.
you're just drained. And but Aaron, he's just like, he would get in a fight with somebody the day we're leaving.
Me.
You know what I mean?
Me.
Yeah, or me. Like, that
Yeah.
was,
It was with
There
one of us
us.
that told him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It was usually Alex.
Yeah, Alex. Yeah, she ruled supreme.
Well, yeah, she put him in check real quick.
Yeah, because I had no power over him.
No.
He would just keep going with me, and like then you just start teasing.
and
But Alex,
forth.
she shut that shit down.
Yeah.
Talking about puking, so Aaron ate a spicy chip on season
Oh
1.
my god.
And let's just say,
Go back to season 1 for
let's
reference.
just,
Oh
let's just
my
say
God.
the
What episode
man-
was that?
That is
8?
That's 8. Yeah,
Was
I
it
believe
8?
that's 8. It's with Aaron,
Josh
Josh,
and
and Tyler. And basically, let me say this: so we're out on the patio. And he had ate the spicy chip, and he's kind of like, oh. And I made this rule, and I made this rule where I had to make him answer 5 random trivia questions before he could take a drink. Well, I get to like the second one, I'm like, what's the capital of Kentucky? And he's like, Lexington. He's like, ah! And he just starts screaming. Well, next thing you know, I'm like, dude, take a drink. Well, he gets on the patio. He pukes off the patio, and I'm like, bro, I got neighbors. Like, dude, I'm like.
I got
Didn't
neighbors.
he bring vodka? He was
Yeah.
like, somebody
Oh.
told me the vodka kills out
Yes,
the
yeah.
will
So
kill
he,
out the sting.
so he's
I
drinking.
brought
So he's
vodka.
drinking
I'm
the vodka
sure.
too. So then he gets in the bathroom, and I hear in the bathroom like it's violent noises. Like it sounds like, I'll be honest, it sounds like he's slaughtering a young infant pig.
Did you guys at
It's
least
like,
give him Tums before
Oh,
this?
I mean, I told him I was trying to help him. He just went in the bathroom, and I just hear, oh, oh, and he's like,
goose.
and you just hear, God damn it, oh, fuck, and I'm over here like, I'm still recording, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't know if he's coming back out or not. So then he's just like, because he's like, so then we get done with the episode. We're back in the kitchen. We're all kind of talking about recapping the episode, and he's just like, hey, dude, I cleaned it up the best I could. And so I walk in there. There was vomit everywhere still. And he's like, I did the best I could. So next thing you know, Aaron and Josh leave, and I just grab as much bleach as I could. I'm just bleaching the whole
I
bathroom.
didn't know. He
And I was
puked
like,
in
it
the
was.
bathroom. Like, I
but
didn't
I'm-
know it was all over the bathroom.
Oh, he on the sink, the toilet, everything, and I'm just bleaching, and I'm laughing. I'm not even mad because I'm laughing. I'm like, that was so goddamn weird. I can't
You
wait to
remember the
upload
best
this.
part, though?
What?
You don't remember? All right, so we're standing out on Eric's balcony, okay? And we're all hitting blacks. This is after Aaron's whole episode. He thinks he made it through the whole spicy chip thing. Mind you, big shout out to Eric, because while Aaron's going through the whole cussing up a storm, puking in the background, Eric is the best podcast host I've ever seen in my life because he kept it calm and kept talking through the podcast, okay?
I did.
So
Because I'm hearing someone dying next to me. It's a slaughter.
We step outside to hit a black out on the patio. We're out there. We're like, all right, great episode, guys. This is amazing. Aaron, you okay? Aaron comes out on the balcony. 2 seconds he's out there, pukes over the fucking balcony down to the neighbor's patio. Eric looks at all of us and goes, we got to go back inside. We just dip back inside.
I had to. I mean, he just. Blah,
I
and then
think-
he just like
I
looks down. He's
think-
like, it's no big deal.
I
I'm like,
think
it is a big
on
deal.
his phone, I have a video of him in your bathroom talking shit to you about him eating the chip.
Dude,
He's like, fuck you, Aaron.
Dude, that's definitely probably happened because he was dying. I heard so much vulgar language. Like, I'm like, so Josh, you know, how do you like having your own Twitch stream? Jesus Christ, God damn it! And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, Josh, just focus on me.
He
You know,
did
or
always
like,
when he would vomit, it sounded like he was like dying.
oh yeah.
It was like so dramatic.
being
I've
flipped
never.
inside out.
Yeah, I swear to God, like he's puking out
That
his
chip
inside.
though was a game changer. I mean, that chip was one one of the best episodes.
What did
and
Eric-
shout out to him just getting that on Amazon. He got it like the last one I think they had in stock.
Eric reads the back of this chip and goes, "There's different rounds. You got to try to make it to round 3." He didn't make it like 0.2 seconds in round 1. And he like, bro, it murdered him. It just, oh my god.
I didn't know we were gonna have a whole section on Aaron puking, but I remember like all my memories of him puking are always at festivals, going a little past his point, you know. And he would
little.
but we'd be walking like he just puked in
Puke
stride.
and walk.
He'd
Yep,
puke
the
in
puke and
stride.
walk.
Okay,
walking.
I feel better, guys.
We
I'm ready to go.
gotta make it to the set.
Nothing would stop that kid. Now, speaking of which, are you going to Grizz?
Where?
Grizz? You know Grizz?
Yeah, no Grizz, but I ain't know nothing about it. But
It's
no,
Oh,
Years.
it's sold
Yeah,
out.
It's sold out.
when is Grizz?
I will not.
My bad.
Nah.
Should have brought it up.
Well, see, here's the thing: is that like I don't get to do fun time things anymore because you
Yeah.
know.
This is my last year
Family.
before my daughter.
Yeah, see, you got it. You're coming
Yeah.
to it. You're gonna be there.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
It's
Hey,
over.
hey,
I told my
hey,
mom, I was like, I didn't
hey.
even ask her. I was
Make-
like, I didn't even ask her if she could watch Orion. I was like,
Make-
hey, just so you know, I was like, New Year's, I'm going to Grizz in Louisville. Okay?
Yeah.
I didn't even ask.
It's not my mom. It's not my mom I have to ask. It's the other head of my life now. It's the one that makes the rules for me.
I like doing what I want, but yeah.
Yeah, yours is coming to an end too. Don't worry, it's coming to an end too.
Oh God.
Yeah, she's gonna listen to this. I hope you enjoyed that statement
Yeah, right?
you just made.
My bad. My
Don't you have a
bad.
girlfriend now?
Yeah, I just started. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
You
Yeah.
saw that status. You saw that.
She'll reel it in. She'll reel it in.
Shout out to
still.
Caitlin. She's a real.
Hey, shout out to
I appreciate
Jenny for letting me
Caitlin.
go. You know,
Yeah,
real
right?
fast,
Like, real fast.
No,
my
Caitlin be down.
girlfriend.
Caitlin's
Tell you
cool.
the
Caitlin's
story.
cool as shit. She
This
would
is the
definitely.
first
like-
interaction I had with Eric's girlfriend. Okay, I'm walking up to his apartment this morning.
and she left her shoes.
She's coming down the steps. I'm walking up. We didn't say 2 words to each other because I didn't know that was her. Eric goes, "Did you forget your shoes?" And she turns around, but I had already passed her. And he turns back around. I go, "Surprise, I'm a black man." He goes, "Oh shit."
I did not expect it at all because I looked up. I said, "Jesus, I was like, gosh." I was like, "He's here early." Like my heart was
It's
beating.
like I just made an impression
But-
on that girl.
but no, Caitlin's dope. She's a big fan of the podcast. She's actually in episode 4 right now in this first season, so she's like feeling it. So she's trying to. So I think she's getting close to our episode,
Okay,
Frankie.
cool.
So yeah, but so another thing about Aaron that I thought was always just fun too was that he just like back to like the creative ideas and stuff. He would sometimes like I could hear him freestyle. He'd do like wild stories. Like I remember we were out after gaming on the Twitch stream. He starts freestyling for me. I was like, I didn't know you freestyle rapped, and he just would come up with different things. So, what were some of your favorite ideas Aaron ever maybe told you that he was either going to do or he did?
I always wanted him to make movies.
Mhm.
For sure.
But me, him, and Alex started Vibe Tribe, and we were gonna do this whole like clothing line thing, just based on like positive messages and all this. You know, it was gonna be dope. But movies was what I think he needed to really hone all his creativity into.
Mhm.
He always wanted to. Like Kevin Smith was like a huge influence to him. Like we loved all Kevin Smith's movies.
Shout out
We
to
were-
Clerks.
we were obsessed, and he always I think that's what just to write a whole script and have this whole creative process and just build it from the ground up. I think that's what he wanted to do. One of the last conversations I had with him was about all that, and me telling him, because he always knew, and this is what he told me in the conversation, is like, I know you won't like bullshit me, you know what I mean? And I would always when we were in high school, we had this like relationship where I would always try to reel him in, and he would always try to do the most, and you know what I mean? So
Fight the boundary.
yeah, so like
Yeah.
in our
Sure.
20s, I kind of developed I tried my best to not do that, you know, because I didn't want I didn't like friction between us, you know what I mean? I just wanted to help him, you know, so later on, I didn't ever want to like step over that line and like tell him, hey, you should do this, you should do that, because the way we were in high school.
Yeah.
So like that's one of the things we talked about, and I was just like telling him, you should make a movie. I was like, but you have to understand, like, do you think I was good at cutting hair whenever I was in barber school? But no, like, you have to do something. You have to make a script, make a movie, do it. Probably not gonna be that good, you know. But that's just because your experience level. Once you make 4 or 5 movies, you learn from all your mistakes. You're gonna start making, you know, it's all gonna come together. Like anything you do for a long enough time, you're gonna be good enough. You're gonna be good at. So like, I always thought movies and comedies and he wanted to do stand-up comedy. He wanted to do a lot of different things, you know. And it was just
He definitely could have done.
It's one of my biggest regrets because he
Definitely.
wanted to write a stand-up. Like he wanted to write a joint stand-up
Yeah.
together, and it's
I
probably one of the
remember,
biggest things that
yeah.
I regret is that we never got an opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
Like,
And he just also too with the movie thing, like he had this vision towards the end that he wanted to make. I don't know if he mentioned to you about a movie about Louisville, like basically using friends as the cast and stuff like that. And me and Josh had talked about it, and we actually talked about it after the episode we recorded with the Spicy Chip. And so I don't know, that might be something possible down the road that'd be fun to do that movie, you know, in dedication.
I would like to do it.
him.
Yeah, I would like to do
down
it
to
at
do
least. As
any
a
of that.
I would love to do a
You know what I'm
festival
saying?
for him
We
or a
could
movie.
remake
John Henry.
you
I
know
mean,
what
that'd
I'm
be
saying?
awesome. I'd be
Yeah,
down.
you can
I'd be
actually
down
have
to
a John
do a
Henry.
movie.
We can
Yeah,
actually have a
wanna do
John Henry
show.
this time.
Yeah.
I really want to do a show because
I think a festival would be dope for him, like a memory.
we were discussing doing a show,
know
mostly
what?
EDM and stuff, for charity,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
maybe just mental health
Yeah,
in
for
general,
sure.
to be more inclusive. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And you know, because I think at the core of it, his mental health was probably, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
the main thing
Yeah.
that, you know, a lot of his struggles, you know.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
yeah, so
I
Yeah,
think there'd be a
that'd
lot of
be
people
really
that
dope.
would play. And
I mean,
we
I
could
know.
book a
I mean,
venue
I
and
know.
get all
I
stuff.
mean, I'm sure. Shout out to Jason Leach.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could get Jason,
Yeah.
which he would get a lot of sales.
yeah, we can
for
get
sure.
Cody Travested.
Yeah.
Cody, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Get Some. He was a guest season 1. Shout out.
We can get a lot
And
of people.
Fiki,
Mhm.
we could get him too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did get Aaron into pins? By the way, we have to talk about that. Aaron
I mean,
was
he
into
always
pins there
loved.
at the end.
I mean, he always loved them at festivals, and then I don't know, like towards the end,
he had a
was-
strong passion for him.
I mean,
It
he
was strong.
loved pins, and
Yeah,
By
him
the
and
way-
Jason got in him.
yeah. I mean, when I feel like I don't know,
He had the cardboard. Like
Yeah,
remember he
yeah.
stick them in the
and
cardboard.
I still
which,
have
yeah.
I still have a bunch of them. I mean, I've given some of them away, but
I remember him
and we
giving
sold-
some away
well,
when
we
he was.
we
You gave me
sold
some too.
Yeah, and we sold a bunch at one point because we were broke. But but yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know like what started like him like obsessing about him, but
Yeah.
he loved
Probably just his love of art and the
Yeah.
fact that someone made that with their hands,
Yeah.
and he appreciated anything like that,
Yeah.
you know. And I actually just started collecting Pop Toys because of him. 'Cause I
Yeah.
was just like, you know, I was like, oh, that's just cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I think it's dope too with the pins. The thing about it was like he would have 8 of the same kind, and he'd give away
Yeah.
2 or 4. Like people, he literally would post on Facebook, "Hey, I have extras. Anybody
Well,
want
that
some?"
was
And people were
like-
like, "I'll take one." Like,
that was
yeah.
one of his favorite. Like I hated it, but Aaron loved giving people things.
Gave everything away.
Like literally, like I would be like, babe, like you can't. I understand you like giving people things, but like we paid for that. And like now we're out that money
Right.
because he wanted to give it to somebody, and like, but he didn't care. Like
it was more special to
yeah, he would like, which that's what's so dope about it now, and like, and that's another thing I've said before. I feel like he gave people things so often because like he knew he wasn't gonna be here forever, so he wanted people to have like that memory of him, or like like that, to remember that experience.
Keepsake.
You know, yeah, you know what I mean. And like I've had people ask me like, "Hey, Aaron gave me this. Like, do you want it back?" And I'm like, "No, like." He gave that to you, like for
So-
a reason.
I think it
There's a
was
reason, yeah.
it was more of like he understood it was just a material thing as well. Like
Right.
it was a special connection between person and item rather than, you know, I can get this item, buy it back somewhere else, or maybe find it somewhere else rather than I spent money on it. But
Yeah.
I think it was more of a material thing. But everyone differs in that category.
Yeah.
At one point, you have to draw a line of what you're giving away.
Not everything, not the shirt on your back.
And
Not the refrigerator
the
and the
item you're
toaster.
giving away, like, okay, this $200 item needs to stay with Alex. It has a very real possibility it's going to be gifted.
Hey, why did you just give that guy our stove at the festival?
Please share this $10 pen. You can have it.
So then, this will be fun. What was the best thing that he gave you all? Like, if you had a list of favorite things
my
he gave
God.
you, what would it be? Except for Alex, because obviously it's Orion.
Right.
Completely,
Yeah.
that's completely biased.
I love that you ride with his bare hood on your
Yeah.
front seat. By the way,
that's
I love
great.
it.
I mean, shout out to Jordan. He put it on my seat like that, and he was like, "This is staying here," and I was like,
It's
"That's
only
that's
natural.
a perfect
Shout
spot."
out to
It's like he's
Jordan.
riding with you all the time. That's
Yeah.
a seat he
Yeah.
never drove.
favorite thing he ever gave me.
Mine's easy.
Probably my metro or the hoodie he gave or the sweatshirt he gave me.
That I made. Shout out to Alex.
Yeah, shout out to Alex for making that
Mama-
sweatshirt.
Mama
It was
Barrington-
dope, and then he
Mama
gave it to
Barrington
me.
is
Yeah,
the lead
so
designer for Metro.
it was very comfortable.
I really don't have one. I mean, we were friends for so long. Like I can't even remember all the things. Like he was so selfless that anything that I vice versa. We were like a team on getting things. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, the best thing he ever gave me was my open-mindedness. Like as far as changing me as a person.
Okay. Nope. Mine, Naked Bird Kreischer air freshener hanging in my back room right now. It's the greatest thing. I tell you what, I love that thing. It's amazing. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love the friendship that he brought with me and Alex for one, because like she's one of my favorite people. She's still in my phone as dopest bitch ever. So there's that. He even tried to give me your number as his. He was like, yeah, this is Alex's. So I was like, no, dopest bitch ever. It's not going to be Alex and Aaron. But yeah, definitely, like he brought a lot of friendships back together, like Arthur and Tim. Like he knew everyone. Yeah. And we met at a show, and it was so funny because he was like, oh, let's go meet our friends. And surprisingly, it was the guy I came with. Mm-hmm. It was Arthur. He was like, I know them. Yeah. So
that's awesome.
I have a lot of items, like small things, like a nice little fan I use at festivals now. And he made me a little mushroom necklace.
Yeah, Aaron, a couple months ago, he got me these 2 pins, and it's like a set. And one of them is like saying things like alone, like depressed, sad. And then there's another robot that's like happy, joyful, and they touch fingers and stuff. So that's one of them. And then he also gave me a Switch that my dad got him for Christmas one year. And he was like, I don't play it. Do you want it? And for a while, I wasn't really playing anything on it. But now I play it almost every night just as a way to kind of connect. Because he loved video games, and I found this video game that I really like. And he's still logged in as Papa Bear on there, so it just like it makes me feel like I'm connected to him in that way.
That's sweet. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's just he just made an impact on everybody's life. I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna remember him. No matter what, even if it's a one-time encounter or it's an encounter over 20 plus times or something. But I can see his face right now. And I told Frankie there's times where I feel like. Something will fall like off my shelf or something like that, and I'll think it's him, not like mean intention, just fucking with me or just showing he's still there, like some intention.
When I was over there
yeah.
That
there it is.
That book or something fell.
Yeah,
and we were just both freaked out.
Yeah,
we were like in the middle of talking about it.
Oh, it was a picture. Yeah, so a picture knocked off, and what's crazy was it was like I'm picturing back to the last time he was in my apartment, and it was like he was over there by that area, and then I'm thinking like. Me and Frankie are sitting here just smoking, hanging out, like testing all the equipment, like just talking about the episode. And it's just like for that picture just to fall, and it was hung up perfect. Nobody was there. My cat was literally in the living room or my bedroom. Like it was weird. Like, but it also was like I thought he was there.
Well, me and Grace were sitting in the living room at my house, and like we were just sitting there, and all of a sudden, like there's this clock on the wall, and the hand just fell, and just like went. Phew, and we both were like, what?
Yeah.
It was so. I don't know.
I'm telling you, it was something crazy. Yeah. What's up? Oh, that eyelash? Yeah, I felt like that's why I was blinking.
You're not gonna let him make a wish?
Wow, very insensitive.
You're gonna pick it off his cheek, and the least you could have done was let him make a wish.
We just had a sensual moment here, and my shout out to Frankie for catching my eyelash, but I got to make a little wish there.
I know.
Like a red light district.
He's gonna dust you off real quick before he throws you back out to the corner. Gone get. Smoker's Corner, yeah.
Shout out to Smoker's Corner, yeah.
Now we can vape corner.
I told Eric the only way I was doing this is if we all meet at Smoker's Corner after this. So.
That shit was ridiculous.
I gotta work at
For
2.
y'all don't know that there's a gate that like symbolizes the exit of the school premises.
Yeah.
That's where we go to smoke.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Because
Aaron
we're not allowed to
actually
smoke
took me
on.
back there, because we were living at these apartments across the road at one point,
okay.
and we came over here and walked around, and he was like telling me like stories and like stuff, and I'm pretty sure he took me back there.
I almost skipped this podcast and smoked in the parking lot just for old times.
I'm sad that our parking spots aren't like painted
Yeah.
Not just like mine being there still, but like them still being painted as like
Part
tradition.
was a little rough over there. They got a little it didn't look too smooth.
Naturally, I drove that way.
Hey,
Yeah.
The funniest thing about this is, we had to have background checks to all be here.
Did we?
Did you know that? Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
How did I pass?
I was
I
like,
don't
I
know.
have a background
You know,
check, and I was like, I have a warrant still.
Whenever
Did
he
they
told
run
me,
a background check on me?
whenever he told me,
Shout out to Alex
information.
on the
How'd you
warrant.
get my information?
I did not pass this. I don't believe this is true.
So it's a background check
What?
from here?
I'm
Yeah.
on for
Oh, okay,
drugs.
so like as long as you get too much trouble in school. we were
no, background check. Like I think they told me it's like 2 separate ones. You know what I mean? Like there's like
Damn, I didn't.
I think it was just a basic.
Well,
one
I'm
to
not
make sure there's
prosecuting.
No,
The only places to run background checks on me better be paying me.
I
So.
think they were just making sure there's no violence. You know what I'm saying? In people's history. But when he told me that, when he
No
told me,
violence.
So I can come in with a pocket full of meth and be okay.
when he
Shout
Not
out
a
to
knife,
JTPS
just meth is
for
fine.
allowing us to
When
have
he-
drugs.
when
No,
he
I'm just
told
kidding.
me-
Just joking. Just joking.
No.
That was a joke. Polio, it's a joke. You remember me, the jokester.
Aaron was a joke. He was our class.
Yeah, he was
clown.
our class clown.
Oh my god,
He has
he
a
was
He even made it in the
so-
yearbook.
He was literally so proud of that. Like he thought
That was what he
like,
strived
He was
for.
determined to get it though. Like
Yeah.
I mean,
he went
He
extra
campaigned
above
for
and
it.
beyond.
He campaigned for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he had
Oh my
like
God.
Yeah.
he had buttons. I mean, I'm just,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh
No,
my
he
God.
did not have
He
buttons,
wore
but he
suit.
campaigned.
Basically, he was literally
he
going around
was-
telling people,
that
make
was
sure
his
I'm
goal.
class
That
clown.
was
Yeah.
his goal.
And,
Thank God, because like, oh my God, he was so proud of that. His tattoo
The
on
tattoo,
his leg
yeah,
with
the
holding
tattoo
the
he
charger
got.
head, and he was gonna have it holding the principal's head.
polio. He was gonna have
Yeah,
polio's
Polio's head, and then he was like, I think that might be too far.
Yeah. I was like,
Frankie, thank God
I
for
was like
Frankie.
Charger. I was like a Charger Knight's head. That would be better. You know, symbolizing the school. I was like, it's a little personal.
Yeah.
Portrait of Mr. Polio.
And I'm gonna be
on
honest
the
with
leg.
you. Polio does hold. He does not mess around. He will hold a grudge.
Oh, Polio's a serious
So
guy.
when Polio fired, I'll tell you a little fun story. And shout out to my boy Coach Morrow, Nick Gagel. They
no.
listen. They listen, and
Yeah,
they
let's
play. I
do
play
it.
fantasy football with
This
them.
is
Fuck it.
good.
Yeah, this is old time. So Morrow got fired for some stuff he did for the recruiting stuff.
We'll
So
call it
he-
insider
He
trading.
would never.
yeah, so he did some recruiting. Yeah, I mean
He would never.
Yeah,
Comes
so
to my
anyways,
work.
shout out to Morrow though. But he basically something happened and Polio basically
He won that
dismissed him.
championship all on his own.
Yeah,
merit.
he did. Yes, he did. So Nick Gagel, who played here, Nick got mad because Nick's very close to Coach Morrow, and actually it's Nick's birthday today and Coach Morrow's birthday today. They share the
What?
same birthday. Kind of weird. So
That
yeah.
is weird.
So
Happy
Happy birthday to both of them.
happy birthday to both of them. As I'm
Yeah.
telling this crazy story, so Nick writes a letter to Polio, basically telling him how he's offended that he fired Coach Morrow, and basically cusses out Polio, calls Polio like a bitch, and says, "You don't know how to run a school, you dumbass." Also, so guess what happened the next morning? Polio removed Nick's retired jersey. All of Nick's pictures were retired, and they tried to Photoshop him out the state championship photo because
Oh.
Polio's done.
Hashtag
dude. Polio's
Petty
done.
Betty.
Polio know that he's working for
Jesus.
him.
Not even a picture.
Hey, but the funny
Oh,
part is
Nick
that
shot. Nick's in Denver now. Nick moved out to Colorado, so he's done with.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
he quit. So
I didn't
yeah,
even know
When
that.
did he move? When did he move out there?
I don't know. I hadn't talked to him in a while, and he reached out to me and said he was actually
Oh,
moving out
shit.
there. But yeah, that was a crazy thing. So
Hey,
I don't know. I don't know how Polio would feel.
low-key savage.
Polio might have
he's low-key
photoshopped
savage,
Aaron out of
like,
all the
petty.
yearbooks.
I would
if,
imagine-
if he would have done that, like
I wouldn't be
Polio
surprised.
would have said, "Give me all the
I would have
yearbooks."
been surprised
Like,
if he was like one of us back in high school. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Just
you
didn't
know
give
what
a
was
fuck.
dope?
Savage.
I will say what was dope about Polio. Polio didn't
really
really fuck with us our senior year. Like he was like, "Hey, y'all have."
He
a
was
senior
really
year."
quiet.
Like, yeah, he was like, "But
Because we weren't his.
Yeah, we
were Miss Dones, and she
God, what a
didn't-
great principal.
And she didn't do
God,
shit.
what a
She just,
phenomenal
I barely ever saw her. She
Miss
never-
Stone just walking in that pantsuit. She always
Yeah.
wear that maroon pantsuit. I'm like, how many
then-
she got of those? And it's like a dry clean special.
Yeah,
She'd
but
be like,
she would
oh,
show
Tuesday I
up-
gotta get my
She would show up at
pantsuit.
sporting events and actually, like, you know, be part of the
Oh, she'd
student
cheer.
section and shit.
But
like,
She switched from the
hey.
pantsuit to the white sweatshirt.
Yeah, she'd get down with it.
Polio,
Polio, I
Polio
feel like
came
he
in.
sleeps in a suit.
Yeah, he came in our senior year and was like, "Let's get these kids out of here so I can really change shit around."
Yeah.
So these bums don't
Hey,
give a fuck about what I'm trying to do.
There are lost calls anyway.
These
so
bums.
Let 'em go.
I mean, I honestly, with how much Aaron was suspended and stuff, I can't believe he graduated. But then he,
It was to the point to where they just didn't want him here anymore.
Yeah, Polio's
I'll
like
explain.
these 5 kids drank Bud Ice on Friday nights.
I know.
I don't even want these
I'll
kids in our
explain
school.
because this is like the best story to like encompass. Like we were all in Miss Deneen's. Me and him was in Miss Deneen's class for English, also. So we had our portfolio pieces our senior year, and
Was in that class.
yeah. So like all year, you like every month or every 2 months, you have another piece that you work on. You draft, you edit, and then you have your final piece. So all through the year, you're accumulating all these pieces. Well, like April comes around and Aaron didn't do one of them. He never did a draft. He never nothing. I don't know how Mr. Dean just let him get away with it. So like the
I feel
day
like a lot of
before,
Mr. Dean's like, he's doing charades every day. That's all we
the
need.
day before that was due, Aaron did it all. The day before, like, and this is no exaggeration, he did all his pieces in one night.
It was all in
And
his
got-
vanilla folder and everything.
And got
think I remember
distinguished.
that.
And got
I remember
distinguished
that.
on it. And I was like, dude, and that was like, wow, I was like, bro, you're a genius.
Yeah.
I'm like,
He really
if you
is
could
so
focus,
fucking
if you
smart.
could focus
All of your energy.
into one thing, like
Yeah.
you'd be unstoppable. You
But
know
his
what I mean?
brain is like a goldfish.
That's
It's
what
like
I'm saying.
bing, bing,
It's
bing,
all
bing,
over
bing,
the
bing.
place.
Yeah, he's all over the place. And he had a million, like, going back to his ideas, he had a million ideas, but that was
But
the most
those are the
impressive thing to
people
me.
you hear about, though. Like, those
Yeah,
are the
yeah.
motherfuckers you hear about. Those
That's
are the
like
people.
Elon
like,
Musk
you know,
and people
the
like
Bill
that. Those-
Gates and
yeah,
those
yeah.
shit, like Kevin Smith, those kind of people, though. They just have all this,
Yeah.
all this going on. You
Just
know
gotta
what
get it
I'm
on
saying?
paper.
And I'm like, and I did all my
notice.
shit all year long, like I was supposed
You
to.
actually worked at it.
I worked
Yeah,
hard. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Proficient.
Table.
I think he's better than me in one night than I am in a year. Like, God damn it, Aaron.
What the fuck's happening?
You know what I'm saying?
He wrote all my papers for me in college.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
He would always help you with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Aaron.
Hopefully Alex's college doesn't hear this.
Shit, I don't
sure.
use my degree anyway.
You got the paper already. It's
Said
too late.
every college student ever today.
Shout to college.
You know, it's
So,
almost like one of those artists that are ahead of their times.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
Childish Gambino was one of them.
Right.
Like, you know, one of those kind of
I always
actor.
said that he was like that.
Yeah,
Childish
just a
Gambino,
renaissance
he
man.
does something, gets bored with it, moves on to the next thing, gets
Just a
bored with it.
renaissance
He
man.
just does. He's just multi-talented.
Yeah. Shit, Childish Gambino was awesome. That show, Community.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, shout out to Community.
I-
Aaron loved that show.
Yeah, yeah.
Big shout out to him.
I've literally watched that show probably that and Psych, which Aaron was obsessed with Psych. But Psych and Community I've probably watched over 8 times.
Atlanta season 3.
All the way
Oh,
What
yeah, he
about
loves Psych.
when
We
Childish
talk
Gambino?
about Psych all the time.
What about when
Yeah,
Childish
season 3
Gambino
is
would see
out now.
LeVar Burton
Oh, yeah?
and he just go,
Word.
like he couldn't talk. Like Childish Gambino was like so starstruck off LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow would always follow Community, and Childish
Reading
Gambino couldn't talk, and LeVar would be
Rainbow.
like, "Hey,"
Yeah.
and he'd be like, just staring at him, just yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, I mean, it's Aaron was, like I said, he's just a special person. What was some of Aaron's favorite things so that people remember? Like, not just like we know partying and having fun and everything and all that energy he
I'll
had,
say
but,
one word.
but like, what?
What?
Acid.
I mean, he loved acid. for
And,
sure.
Acid.
and mushrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I would get a call. I ate like 7 handfuls of mushrooms.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, you're okay.
It was never enough. I have more stories
All I can
on,
see are
on
everything.
psychedelics than I have off of them with Aaron.
God. Well, because one night would be like a freaking. One night would be like a whole year worth of memories. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, because like that whole night, like it'd just be like a freaking adventure.
Right.
And like when I found Aaron.
Poor
30,
Al.
30 miles away at Electric Forest at a hospital because
Yeah, yeah.
he didn't know his name.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was a saint while she was pregnant, by the way.
Oh, God.
He was supposed to
How
chill.
many
Like,
years, how many years y'all had together?
8.
You were a saint for 8 whole years.
well, especially during
Fourteen
pregnancy,
man
because
years.
at least when she wasn't pregnant, she was able to be like, fuck it, I'm gonna get on his level.
Mm-hmm.
But no, like he was like, no, I'm just gonna take it light. I'm not gonna do all this.
Yeah,
And
but
then she'd
even
be like,
though-
no.
Even before she was pregnant, like, remember that apartment they had over there in St. Matthews? How many times I would just hear, Aaron, calm down.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron, no.
Yeah. We're not doing that.
No.
No, we're not doing that. No, what did I say? We're not doing
No,
that.
give me my phone.
So I believe the principal just
I
walked
think
about.
that was
Yeah,
the principal,
yeah.
but he had a
Shout out
mask
to the
on,
principal.
so,
Yeah, he had
you
a
know,
mask
I've
on.
never met him before, so.
But shout out to the principal for
Shout out
coming and
to
checking.
Mr. Durham. I
They come
appreciate
over and
everything
check
he
on
did.
us. That's how dope this is. Like they have literally given us the school. I mean, we
It
pretty
would
much.
have been the easiest thing for him the first time I talked to him to be like, you know what, we just can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, and he, I mean, it's been for.
And this is his
3
first year
weeks.
as his principal, so this
Ah.
might have been something he was probably nervous about. Like I'm
Oh,
booking
yeah.
this as 6
Yeah.
strangers from
Well-
class of 08. Like, what the
Yeah.
hell?
But
Like-
he for 3 weeks he was with me and we did it all, and we're here. It's the most surreal thing to be here.
Yeah. Oh, it is. I mean, it feels wild just looking around, and it also, but I feel comfortable. I feel and it just also too. Shout out to J-Town for. These seats give you goddamn hemorrhoids, but the thing about it is this fucking cafeteria is warm as shit. I'll be honest, it's warm in here. Like J-Town's paying the heat bill, so if you're worried about your kids and your kid goes to J-Town and it's cold, nah, it's fucking warm in here. I'm a little sweaty, but yeah.
Send your kids to school in shorts.
God damn.
Overheating this motherfucker.
I think I just saw an iguana.
An iguana.
Iguana just walked over to B-Side cafeteria looking for chicken nuggets.
And the ranch. And the ranch.
The pump ranch.
Where's the ranch?
Shout out to the pump. Oh, they keep it all in the vault back there. There's like a ranch.
They've got that
vault
shit
in the
locked up.
cafeteria.
It's probably in like a golden pump now.
Come on. They're coming. They're all just like running in like actual chargers, like savages. Like, where's the ranch? God, these kids are fiends.
That's why it's in a pump now.
That's why I don't trust anybody that eats wings with blue cheese.
Ew.
Because you've never seen.
Well, first off, I don't trust anybody that eats blue cheese. It doesn't have to be wings. There's just no blue cheese at all.
If JCPS ever brings out blue cheese, that's
we're
a big
burning
no
this
for me,
motherfucker
dog.
down.
If JCPS gets
10
blue
do not
cheese,
recommend.
it's probably just old
Riot.
ranch.
Or a freaking riot.
Was JCPS branded food Cisco? Wasn't it SYSCO? Was that our food?
I thought it was.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I would see those trucks backing up, and I'm like,
They
they
changed
just
so
fill
damn
with
much.
frozen chicken nuggets and square pizzas.
I miss that square pizza.
I do though.
fuck.
I
eat this
covered
shit
it in
today.
ranch though, so I mean maybe that's why I liked it so much.
Bro, I'm not lying.
The burgers
Little
were good
tiny
too.
sausages.
Yeah, I'm dead ass. That
Watch
shit
out.
wasn't that
I
bad.
ate my lunch.
Frankie is coming to a school near you.
Hey, fried chicken, was it Fried Chicken Fridays where we had the chicken breast?
And then we had Papa John Wednesdays.
Papa John
It was
Wednesdays.
either Tuesdays or Wednesdays. Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
I'm about to
we
make
did
sure
the
my
chick-
stepson comes to J-Town. So I can
I was about to
Hey,
say.
we can
Come
get
lunch
those
with
square
you, you know what I'm
pizzas.
saying?
Did we have
Bring that
Subway
over.
ever?
You
But
don't
what
eat
the-
that.
No, that was
Middle school,
Seneca.
probably, or
On
something.
Wednesday?
We had
Frankie
chicken
started
fingers.
coming
We had
home
the
and
chicken
he's
finger
like,
day.
The
"Why do you have
Tyson?
pizza in
Yeah,
your
the
backpack?"
spicy.
For Dad.
Yeah,
all
those were
tight.
good though.
Those were good. The
Smothered in
Tyson
ranch.
chicken fingers were really good. Like
They made the hot ones.
they had the hot one, the mild ones. You know,
The hot
some
chicken
people couldn't handle
sandwiches
the hot.
too.
Some people were like, "Ooh, this is spicy."
It was like a Frank's fucking hot sauce.
Oh yeah,
was-
it was a Frank's.
yeah.
Yeah. You found those packets. They also had the little packets that were like, it was the orange hot sauce. You didn't know where that hot sauce
I
was
was
from.
like, where did this
but
come
it,
from?
Yeah, it do its job.
And the
So-
little like peel off things of honey mustard, those were good.
And they had the little, didn't they have the little grape juice in the little milk container, little
Yeah.
boxes? And then
Yeah.
I remember elementary school when they
And a little-
introduced
The
the
pouches.
Chocolate milk every day.
pouches
And
for
all
the
those
sack, the
little
plastic
cardboard
sack you
pieces
stick
would
straw-
get in your
You
mouth.
stick
Yeah.
your straw through the pouch, your milk's going everywhere. It's like a fucked up
the
Capri
worst.
Sun. It's like
It's the
elementary
worst.
school. They're like, hey, third grader who
Figure
barely
out-
can fucking write cursive, here's a bag of milk. And I'm like taking a straw trying to stick it
Well,
in the
kids
milk.
don't even know how to write
It's just
cursive
like those,
nowadays.
No,
you
they
remember
don't
the
teach
little
it.
barrel juices they used to give you? You had to fucking rip the goddamn top off that thing.
Oh yeah, the little
Get
barrel with the little.
yeah, imagine a
oh,
little
sorry.
weak kid
Sorry.
nowadays.
I'm
Those
about
things
to
are
close on. I'm about to
nasty.
JBL Frankie over here. Close around from
I
hell.
hate
The
them.
barrel juices were fire.
Kids love them, but
Blue barrel
I
juice?
cannot
Oh,
stand
man.
I
them.
like Kool-Aid.
Gas.
No, I do like Kool-Aid. and
That's the
I
best part
like-
about being a parent is that I get to drink like. Shit
I
like
drink
Capri
all of their
Suns.
Capri Suns.
Oh,
They
bro.
don't get
It's
them.
not
Fuck
weird.
with
Let me-
lunch.
They're
let me
mine.
tell
The
you.
Capri Sun.
So,
lunch,
we have a
I still
deal.
get those.
Aaron loved some Lunchables.
Turkey and cheddar.
No, he
Oh
liked
my-
he liked the pizza
You
ones.
microwave them bitches.
We have a deal in my house. We take my
No.
nephew to school, and then he
Yeah,
comes
the
home
kids
after
do.
school with my daughter and shit like that. So we have a deal. Ashley and my wife take turn buying snacks, but guess who eats all the snacks?
Yeah. Well, I taxed
guy.
Will's Halloween
Oh, bro, I
candy
swear
like
to
a
God.
mug.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah,
I have
bro.
their Halloween candy
Yeah,
hidden in the
bro.
corner of my room, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you can have 3 pieces tonight. And as I'm taking like handfuls of
You're like-
Snickers,
You're like Miss Trunchbull from Matilda.
Yeah.
One piece of candy.
1 piece of candy.
What's everybody's favorite candy bar, real quick? Let's go around.
Oh.
I want to say the Kit Kat dark
Mine's a
chocolate
Snickers.
/ mint.
I've currently discovered the 100 grand.
Mhm.
Oh, those are
That's a
fire.
darn
is
good
fire.
one.
That is good.
Probably Butterfinger.
I like fast breaks,
Okay.
but also Milky Ways.
Okay. Milky Way. What about the black one, the Midnight Express?
No,
or
I
whatever?
don't like dark chocolate.
Oh, that one's busted.
I'm just gonna go with the straight
Racist.
Hershey's bar.
Yeah.
I like Hershey's
Can't go
too.
wrong.
Hershey's with almonds.
Josh, what was
fire.
yours?
Ugh.
Snickers.
I hate
Snickers,
peanuts.
okay.
I like Snickers and peanuts,
What was Aaron's, you know?
but I don't like peanuts and
Uh,
anything else.
Aaron wasn't really a chocolate guy. He was more of
Was
like
his
a
edible?
gummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck with
It was a
gummies.
brownie with some pot in it. He was all
A little
for it.
drugs here.
Or some mushrooms,
Yeah.
little
Oh,
mushroom
yeah.
chocolate.
Whatever
Um,
candy
yeah,
your
that was
kid
my
can't
favorite
have.
shit.
But no, he probably if he was gonna go, it'd probably be Reese's.
Yeah,
But yeah, he was more of a gummy
yeah.
type of
I
guy.
feel like we narrowed it down to just chocolate. Like it didn't just have to be chocolate. It was candy.
He said candy bar.
He said
Oh
candy
yeah,
bar.
I just threw the candy bar. Now,
what I was
I mean,
saying.
yeah, I love doing these kind of questions.
Yeah.
So, what about cereal, real quick? So, what was Aaron's favorite cereal? Do you remember that?
Aaron loved fucking cereal. Like
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I
he would
thought
like
you remembered.
he would
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
live
Yeah.
off of fucking cereal if I would let him. But he liked the Honey Smacks
Okay.
Mhm.
and
Are those the ones with the frog on it?
yeah.
Okay.
He liked
Shout out
Honey
to that
Smacks.
frog.
Yeah, he's cute.
I miss those
Uh-huh.
commercials.
But Honey Smacks, what are they called? Frosted Flakes. I couldn't think
Ooh,
of
I
it.
fuck with Frosted.
But extra, he would put a
Sugar.
shit ton of sugar on top of
Sugar.
it.
Right, right.
And then also Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I fuck with Frosted Mini
Cinnamon Toast
Wheats.
Crunch is
I
by
was
far
gonna
my
say Cinnamon
favorite.
Toast
Yeah,
Crunch.
Cinnamon
But you have to
Toast
eat it like as soon as you hit
Yeah.
it with the milk, otherwise it gets soggy.
Ew, I don't
I'll
like
tell you what though,
soggy.
I thought about buying a box of tricks just to see if my kid sees shapes instead of just circles. Because you know, like they said, like you know,
I fuck
Tricks
with-
are for
I fucks
kids.
with Apple Jacks.
Apple
Apple
Jacks?
Jacks
Fuck
are
Apple
fire.
Jacks, fuck yeah.
I've seen
Hell
those.
yeah.
I don't
Lucky
like
Charms
cereal.
have the special marshmallow limited editions, just only marshmallows,
seen
like
that.
released in the bag,
That's
like
horrible.
Speedway. Is
I
it
gotta.
bad?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I just would rather. I like the combination.
I like a
Yeah.
little cereal in
Yeah.
there. Yeah, I gotta have a
Yeah.
little bit of cereal in there. So, but yeah, everybody, I just want to say thank you all again for all y'all's memories, stories, things you all have embraced about Aaron, because this is going to be special not only for your all's kid, but also just for everybody, family and everything. I really want to say thank you again to Frankie for all his persistence of getting a hold of the principal and making sure that the principal, you know, was allowing us to do this. And
Real fast,
Yeah.
before we bounce, because we touched on it a little bit, like we talked about all the good times with Aaron, but Aaron still, like anybody else, I mean, there was demons, and I know that he would talk to like me and Frankie, like the last time.
yeah, let's
that
definitely
he,
talk about this.
The last
yeah.
time that he went to, you know, a place for, you know, a mental diagnosis, you know, he called me before he was going to go. And that's what he told me. He said, you know, I'm not telling a lot of people because I don't want a lot of people to know. But it's just, you know, it's one of those things where get you somebody that you can talk to. Get you somebody that you can sit down and get things off of your chest, because letting things eat you up like that is not going to get you anywhere
Right.
anytime soon.
Because, I mean, if he didn't have us to talk to about that time during his darkest times, I mean, we could have lost him a
No,
lot
I mean,
sooner.
Aaron cried on my shoulders many a times. And
Yeah.
you know, I told him, I mean, that, you know, it's all right to cry. I mean,
Yeah.
Dudes can cry, chicks can try.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
If you can cry to somebody, it's better to have somebody cry too.
And
Like,
we're
it's
all
okay to
here.
be
I mean,
s-
all six of us are here. Like, if you all listen to this and you know us, like, reach out, listen. I mean, yeah, definitely. I appreciate you saying that, because that was big to get across, because
For sure. And like,
mental health's important.
and like you know, a lot of people know, if you don't know, Aaron battled heroin addiction, you know. But I want you to tell us what he said, because it was a few years where he was in a bad place, and then he got out of that. And Alex is the main reason they got off of heroin together. And after he got through that time, what was his goal in life? What did he say about what he wanted to do for people, since he knew how?
I
You
mean,
know what I'm talking about?
like, what do you mean?
Remember, it was like along the lines of he knew he did some people wrong and wasn't proud of what he, you know, so his goal in life going forward was to just,
Just show love,
Yeah.
spread love.
yeah,
That was literally Aaron's goal in life. Like,
Right.
that's why he had tattooed on his arm, show love, spread love, because that, I mean, to him, that was the most important thing. Making people feel important, making people feel special, which he was the absolute best at.
yeah,
I mean, we're
Like,
sitting-
if you met him once and you had anything you needed from him, be right there. If you needed a cheerleader, right there.
He would put all of his issues aside and made sure that
Yeah.
he felt important.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and like, that's like so many people. Like, anytime it was someone's birthday, like, we're going all out.
And it
like,
was it was so great, because like you never knew that he was having these issues until he spoke up about it. So it's like he hid it all the time.
yeah.
So it's almost like he lived through everyone else's experiences to be with them and to do that, to try to like feel normal and to feel like he's doing good because he feels so crappy.
Well, it's a good thing. Like,
But I'm just glad he was so open with it.
show the love now while you can, because I mean, we're sitting at a table with 6 of us that never saw this day coming.
No, like it was
This
so
Never saw this coming.
unexpected.
blindsided everybody here. Like there's not one person at this table that could have told you in 100 years that this would have happened this year.
Well, if it would have happened, if it would have happened like 7 years ago, 6 years ago, whenever he was on drugs, like, you know what I mean, like that would have been like, oh, okay,
You would have understood it.
Yeah.
You would have understood.
but like whenever it's just blindsided, like the way it happened,
and it's just a tragedy that no
it
one
makes
could help.
I mean, it makes no it's so crazy.
And
But if you're listening to this, it's not too late. It's the
Right.
one thing you gotta realize.
It's not too late. And again, I think I'll speak for all 6 of us. Like, we're here, and you know, we definitely, anybody bad on this. I mean, anybody watching on the stream, anybody watching on this YouTube, anything, just reach out. We're here. And mental health is just very important, and I'm glad that. Thank you for saying that, Josh. I mean, that definitely need to be reiterated. And just remember, you know, no one's going to judge you. Nobody needs to be judged. It's tough out there. Like I said earlier, we're all trying our best, and you know, we just want to make Aaron's memory remain alive. And again, I just can't thank you all enough.
I just think it was important to know that about him.
Oh yes, for sure.
Because it's like, if everyone had that mindset, this would be a beautiful planet. You know,
100%.
Oh yeah, for
Because
sure.
all he would say
There's
that
so much greed.
it would
True.
it probably made me more proud of him than ever. You know? I mean, you know, and just seeing him come through all that, and all I ever wanted was him to be good. You know what I mean? And that's why I love Alex so much, because I got to see him, you know what I mean, finally come back to me from, you know, it was like I always, through his time, separated the addict from the person, you know, because I knew how good of a heart he had since we were friends for
100%.
so long. And then once he got past it, nothing could stop him. He was just, you know, he was full of love and just wanted everyone to love, and that was it. That was all.
And you believed in him, you know, and that's the thing about it, like and I'll say this for all of you all, like the way he felt about Frankie was like he loved you and respected you, looked up to you. With Josh, he was so about
I did the same. I looked up to him.
and he was so about your gaming and like about supporting your Twitch stream. Lindsey, he talked about you all the time, memories. Like when I would hang out with last, he always talk about, oh, I remember the good times with Lindsey, or yeah, Lindsey said hi, and
He probably
you know,
looked at you like I look at Alex, like his sister. You know what I mean? Just like
Alex. I mean, what he said about you and great. I mean, all the things that he's always shared and expressed, it's been nothing but love. And how he felt about you all so highly, and people watching, how he felt about everybody, and he gave everybody a chance. Like it was big on not judging. He
I've never heard him
accepted
say I
everybody.
don't like that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've heard that like maybe once, and that's I'm not even gonna say it, but I mean, yeah, my dad.
Sorry, Dad.
Shout out to
There was some tension there, but you know, Grace, did you want someone to read your mom's message?
I can read it out.
Okay, cool.
He did talk good about your dad, though. So you know,
Did
in
he?
all fairness, he did. He's
Yeah,
talked good
Rhonda,
about. He's talked good about. He's talked
Aaron's
good about your dad to
mom.
me. But I think it's because your dad's a car person and I'm a car person, so he wanted me to like your dad. So it might have been the connection.
We'll find
there.
someone to like your dad.
Aaron and Grace's
Could be
mom,
Josh.
Could be me.
Rhonda had something to say that she wanted everyone to know. So
Just know if Frankie moves in, I'm
here's
moving
Grace.
in. Though.
Grace, you have the platform.
Yeah, my mom said, love and miss you, Bubby. You and Grace are my world. I laugh every time I think about the way I dressed you. Knee socks, vests, suspenders, and Oxford shoes, LOL. I see why both you and your sister revolted against me. The time came when I could no longer have a say. The two of you went to piercings, tattoos, and tie-dye. I wouldn't have it any other way. And it's so funny that my brother and I were like 11 years apart, but my mom would dress me in like dresses and put bows on me, and I'd rip the bows out of my hair and say like no pretties, but then we both came out on the other end wearing tie-dye, even though we were like completely different, and we didn't spend too much time like growing up, you know, having the same interests and stuff. So it was always nice because I was basically his little twin. I just came a little later.
Just came a
It
little
was dope
later.
seeing you grow, and like, I mean, everyone knows I've always been. I still look at you like you're 4 still.
I know.
And, it's hard for me to even, you know, acknowledge that you're an adult, but you are, and you know, and I'm very proud of you for everything
Thank
you're
you.
doing. Sometimes you're too hard on yourself.
Oh,
Yes.
believe me, I know,
Yeah,
I know.
but you're doing great, and you should know that. But yeah, you're a spitting image of him. You know, you got all the good qualities,
Thank
you know, all the love and everything.
Thank
So
And thank God they
When
weren't
you
so
laugh, you
close in
look
age.
just like him.
I mean,
swear to
thank God they weren't so close in age because Aaron probably would have drugged Grace
no,
right
he
with
probably
them.
definitely would have.
She would have been his little sidekick, like right there.
But speaking on the mental health part of things, Aaron would call me around the time like I was in college and stuff, and he'd be like, I just need therapy. So I would text him because I was in therapy. I would send him all my stuff, and he'd be like, oh my goodness, like this makes so much sense. And we would just have that connection, and it was nice being able to help him because we both kind of shared the same kind of struggles and like thought patterns and things like that. So it was nice that I could be that person, and I was like, you don't have to look at me like I'm 4. Like, I can help you with these things. I can talk to you. Like, I understand it's hard. And, like, he's the whole reason I'm going to school to be a therapist.
That's awesome.
Because I want to be there to help people in his position before it gets too late and let them know that there's people there that love them and want to listen.
Yeah, that's great.
That's great. I mean, then, like I said, everybody just, I think Aaron is looking down on all of us. He's very proud. And, he's probably enjoying the shit out of this episode.
Oh, yeah, main character.
If he could hear this, that there's an episode about him, I mean, this would be,
He's
be
right
so
over there.
special. Yeah, he's right over there. I'll be honest. He is here. So, but again, I love all you all. I appreciate you all coming together. This is perfect that this was able to come about today. Again, shout out to J-Town High School and the principal here, Mr. Durham, for letting us have the school. This cafeteria setup's been awesome. Tons of great memories, awesome walking around, but just keeping Aaron's memory alive is what the most important thing, and this is just a great episode, and I'm just very proud of this, and I'm very proud to know all you all. So,
Same.
Oh, don't make me blush.
but again, Bible and Sleezy the podcast on all platforms. It's going to be on the Twitch stream, Metronaut 90. Frankie, tell me the YouTube channel's name.
It's gonna be on Vibing Out. It's our YouTube channel that me, Alex, and Aaron have together.
Okay.
And you can also go on there and see all our festival videos and our, just little. They're fun. It's fun to watch, and I've watched them ad nauseum for the last 2 months. So it's VYBIN OUT, Vibing Out. That's the channel, and then you can see all of it. And I'll put all this on there with any other messages that I get that I can add to the video. And we're live on Twitch. Metronaut 90.
Metronaut 90.
Yep.
Yes.
And Vibing with Sleezy the podcast.
Yes, so Spotify, Apple Podcasts, there's probably about 20 different platforms now. So again, I just want to appreciate everybody's support, love. Season 1 was amazing. I can't wait to get season 2 started. I'm already rock and rolling, got some guests in mind. It's going to be interesting like usual. Going to have probably a stripper on, another psychic on, just all kinds of people. So it'll be a good time. But
Make sure you write in letters to Vibing with Sleezy podcast, because I've been trying to become a co-host, and he's fighting it. So write in your fan
I'm not
favorite
fighting
letters.
it. I just
Write in your fan favorite letters and tell him he needs.
I
a
will have
co-host.
Josh on again another episode. So yeah, and again though, any love you have or anything you want to share about Aaron after you hear this, if you weren't able to send it to us beforehand, still send it in. I want to share with Alex. We want to share with their daughter, and so basically with the family. So send in anything to me, Frankie, anyone that you see on this podcast that you know. Send us videos, pictures, just a story. It could be a simple text message saying, I miss Aaron. I mean, anything that we can share. That way we can have it provided. And again, just it's all about keeping his memory alive and showing that love. But again, thank you everybody for listening, and we are out.
Thank you.
Peace.
Toodles.
Love you.
Love you.
Rest in peace, Aaron.